'cause you're all I ever need. I love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby, you can't use me. Alright, take.
Major League Paintball Plus is your all-access pass to the sport's biggest stage. The exclusive home to live tournament paintball action, featuring semifinals and finals of all NXL major events, and much more.
It's just a fantastic time for paintball and all our fans. Just love it.
Go beyond the field with Major League Paintball Plus.
Welcome back. Day 2 competition here in the prelims. And can't wait to see what's going to go down and who is going to make it to Sunday. Top 10 teams advance. And we are here in Texas at the Lone Star Open. 4th stop on the tour this year for the NXL. I'm Matty Marshall alongside paintball legend Greg Sewers. So, Greg, this is going to be a fun day. I love the Saturday competition. There's a lot of drama. These 20 teams throwing down here to see who's going to get into that top 10 series title implications. Also here at stake. First set's going to be Infamous taking on Leverage and Sea Dogs taking on New York Extreme. We'll start with Infamous and Leverage. Obviously, you're a paintball legend for a reason. You played for half these teams out here, and we're an all-star. Infamous was one of those teams that you were with for a while. What do you think about their year and what they need to do to contend today?
Quite honestly, I think they're they have right now, but they do have the great opportunity. They have a stacked roster. They just need to come together as a team. And this is the aggression I wanted to see. Storming into that Dorito side wedge, pushing into the snake with an extra body with Zach Patient there. This is what they need to be doing all day long.
Yeah, Greg, both teams aggressively pushing that D side early as New York Extreme, or Leverage, flying into that 50-yard line, essentially off the break, and Infamous able to make it to the wedge, so it's going down early here, D side. That was kind of the big question, tactics and strategy, is how much offense were we going to see? It was a relatively slow day yesterday, and how much risk are teams going to incur? Right now, Infamous sitting at 1-1, so chance is still alive. Leverage at 0-2. This is already a must-win situation for Leverage to keep their hopes alive in this tournament and in the Pro Division for the season, as they're sitting at 20th place. So Leverage here on the blue side right now. Greg getting out to that Tortilla Tower. Shout out to our new sponsor, playing a Tortilla Factory. And also getting to that crucial Snake 2 position.
And that 50 brick. They stormed in there very quickly. And those are the bites I'm hoping to see today, because we're going to start to see bodies disregard some of the people that are holding them, because they are crossfield shots. They are far away. And sometimes you just have to risk it.
Yeah, so right now here, Infamous on the red side, double stack of bodies. On the Snake, Jonah Jamrose and Zach Patient.
Little different approach from Infamous compared to yesterday. They were pretty confident to have two guys down the wire on the Snake side, but Leverage first to make a move. Both teams going to trade out on that Dorito side. And two coming off for Infamous.
Yeah, so a little bit of a tough break here for Infamous. This is a great start for Leverage if they can capitalize on this high body situation.
And here comes the move on the inside of the Snake. Great move by Leverage to clear out both Snake players for Infamous. So just one left alive in that small little W against two on Leverage.
Yeah, so right now here, Infamous with, I believe, who's that left alive? Rob Velez at the mini wall.
He probably wants to get out of there. Oh, there's three alive. Leverage actually has a third body in the Dorito.
Right. Yeah, there on your screen here is getting lost over there. Looking good here for Leverage. And they're going to take out Velez, and that is going to do it here for point number 1.
That was a quick collision course. Two big moves by Leverage on the Dorito side, running through to pick up two bodies, and then again on the Snake side for another two bodies, and that's just a zone control problem for Infamous on the first point.
Yeah, and with points, not playing a ton of points on this layout, every point becomes more important when you don't get that many of them. We only had two teams, X Factor and Legion, put up 5 points yesterday, and no mercy rules, and only one overtime.
It's wild, and I had a chance to talk with Travis Szymanski, the coach of Infamous, prior to this match, and again yesterday. And I tried to sell him on a few ideas that we saw in the last sets, and here's what I think the players should do. And it was really tough for him to accept any of them, because this is what they learned in practice, and you only get so many shots with so few points played.
Yeah, I mean, without giving away too much of their strategy, what was Infamous thinking about trying to make something happen out here as far as strategy and tactics is concerned?
I don't think it's giving anything away. It's what the winning teams are doing right now is stacking two in the Snake, getting control of the wire, and having that guy make his way down the field, because you really can't start collecting kill counts until you're into that Snake 3.
So now taking the field here, Royal City Sea Dogs and New York Extreme. Extreme here on your screen. And they're going to be on the blue side. Sea Dogs on the red side. Extreme able to put a win on the board. Big win against the Tauntauns. Definitely keeping their hopes alive in the Pro Division with that victory. And if they can win another one today, going to have a chance to move on to Sunday, depending on the spread. Running referee going to come in and check out the Sea Dogs at the Hertz Tower, or Hertz can.
I heard in practice NYX was shooting that Hertz can consistently. Harris Hussein in the back. He bounced that player off the break, didn't quite get it, but NYX first into the snake.
I think that's got to be Acevedo. He's been their go-to attacker all year long. One of the tips of the spears for this new Extreme roster.
And he's a Sacramento guy. I've known him since he was a kid out at Capitol Edge Paintball Park, so I'm excited to see him playing so well.
Did you work with him at all? Did you train him at all?
Not
I know
too
you're
much.
coaching teams up there.
Yeah, he was a Dave Baines guy. He came through the DMG camp. We played against each other quite a bit because I would pick up every game possible out there. But he's really stepped up his game. His knowledge of the game has improved immensely over the last couple of years.
So now we're going to dip another body here into the snake as a body drops for the Sea Dogs. Sea Dogs with some good ground on that D side at the 40-yard line or 30-yard line wedge. Trying to get that crucial brick.
But no presence on this snake side from the Sea Dogs yet. They really need to make that adjustment. Otherwise, Acevedo's going to have a free reign to make his way down there.
Harris Hussein thinking about dipping out of that back center. He's going to go snake side. So now a triple stack of bodies. That's basically been the strategy for most teams, is to flood 3 bodies. Sometimes we've seen 4 bodies flood towards this snake side with just 1 on an island on that D side. Though the D side has produced a lot of results. The middle is almost non-existent until the close. Occasionally we're going to see a body, make a big break early and get to that 50 brick, but other than that, it's just been utilized to close out and clean up points.
Yeah, and as NYX fills out that third body snake way, just like you were saying, that should free up Acevedo to go. The only thing holding him and shooting him in the head is going to be that Dorito side can from the Sea Dog.
Yeah, Acevedo taking the walk and just flooding paint through that zone has been very effective from that can on the D side back in the pocket. Got to be as tall as possible, though, in that spot. If you put somebody who's 5'5" there, it's not going to be as great of a shot. If you're near 6 foot, much better to have those paintballs dip on over that snake beam, and it works out as Acevedo taking the walk. So it's 4-on-4 here currently in point number 1.
I still think some better positions here by NYX. They still are in that snake 1, and they have a second body over here with Harris Hussein. So if they can start to put it together, work on that Dorito side can from the Sea Dogs, and it looks like they just shot him. We'll see if the rest pull him out. Yes.
Yeah, that's a huge kill. It's going to open things up a little bit here on the snake side. Takes 1 gun off that way. So Hennessy, once he gets into snake 2, going to come around that a little bit easier, not having to worry about that angle. And there's no one in the snake to contend with Hennessy. I'm just wondering if he knows that.
I don't think he knows it yet, but I will say this has been the strategy from teams as NYX does lose their Dorito player, is the slow wins. But we were talking yesterday about having windows. There's only small windows for these guys to get through, and Hennessy didn't take it right away.
Yeah, I think that was Shane Salmon getting that kill for the Sea Dogs from that mini wall, as he was totally dedicated to that lane, as the wedge on their D side was looking here towards the snake side. So huge kill for the Sea Dogs.
Harris Hussein said, "I'll handle it," and crawled right past Hennessy into the snake 3. I love it.
Very versatile player here, Harris Hussein, now the first attacker in the snake. And this is his team. He put this team together, revived the New York Extreme name, taken over from the ML Kings from last season. Doesn't look like he has any paintballs left, and that's definitely been a story. Paint management, pretty crucial out here, as it's going to be hot, so paint management, making sure they're in the coolers as we get to be around 92 today. And then also paint management on the field, making sure you don't completely shoot through your pack.
Such a bad feeling when you're out there and you're like, I have 20 paintballs. Let's make this happen. So this is going to be up to Harris Hussein right now, or if he doesn't close this out, bunker that Sea Dogs player in the snake. They have a chance on the Dorito side because there's no one left alive over there except for the Dorito side can, and he really doesn't have a great opportunity to stop the Sea Dogs from progressing.
Yeah, so has the makings of another long point here, Greg, with Harris is looking for it, though. Harris is popping the top. He's not feeling any pressure. Harris Hussein is going to commit, and he is going to run down that body, shoot Salmon in the snake, and trades his body, so it's now going to be a 2-on-2 situation. Let's see if Hennessy can get up the field off of that chaos created by Hussein.
Now a 2-on-2 situation with very even field spread.
Yeah, even field spread. Hennessy in the snake might give them a slight advantage, though, from that Plano Tortilla Tower. Oh, a little tactical retreat on the D side.
That one was scary. He went to the inside of the Dorito. I thought Hennessy was going to catch him.
So that's Derek Welts over there, one of the best paintball names. Last name is Welts. He's had some...
Yeah, I love that move. The tactical retreat is an underrated move. NYX being the aggressor, but Hennessy got caught.
Yeah, I think that was Welts cross field. So Welts does a tactical retreat with the zone control, and here comes the launch up the D side. Desperation attack in a 1-on-2. It's not going to work out, and after over 5 minutes. First point is going to go to the Sea Dogs.
Great job by the Sea Dogs. I felt like they were in a really bad position there after the break with no snake presence, but NYX wasn't able to capitalize on it fast enough, and they pulled it back. I think that's what we saw from PB Fit yesterday, is when they were on their heels, they still went up and wide. You know, that's when the Sea Dogs made their way into the snake, and that kept Hennessy and Hussein at bay.
Let's get a look here at this replay. So as it devolved down and the bodies got whittled off the field, it was Hennessy on the snake side. But it started with this here in that 3-on-3 with Harris Hussein making the move as Rizzardo able to stop that attack. It's good he switched his gun that way, but then Hennessy just getting clipped cross field.
That's tough in those 2-on-2 situations. You want to move fast. You can't be on your belly for long, but you also can't get caught running in the snake.
So leverage up by 1 after burning 3 minutes off the clock. Heading into point number 2, these teams switching sides, and Infamous going to spread the field, also attacking on the D side pretty quickly. Getting into the snake is Leverage, and they spread the field. Slightly better field position here. No, not anymore, as it looks like Sam Soberg is going to be taking the walk.
He doesn't look happy about that one.
Yeah, for Infamous. So it's a 5-on-4 situation in favor of Leverage.
Infamous first to double stack this snake. We'll see if Nate over here for Infamous can take control of the wire. Man, great communication from Zach Patient. His deep voice, little body, deep voice.
He's been hitting the weights. He may not be that tall, but he's not that short, and he's getting thicker.
Zach's always been.
Yeah, he's a beast now. But yeah, booming voice, super crucial in the communication. You don't have to have a deep voice to be a good communicator, but you need to be able to project your voice. So now dipping out on that D side to get some real estate out wide. Infamous, I believe that's Callie Rudolph in D1. So a decent crossfield spread, but down a body here for Infamous. Yeah, it is Callie Rudolph here on your screen. Referee goes in to check out one of the Sea Dogs, Leverage. Minor penalty going to be assessed here on Leverage. So got to capitalize on these high body situations. If you're Leverage, that's a tough moment to get a penalty here. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 now in favor of Infamous.
I like what Callie Rudolph did there. As soon as they lost a player, he switched from the heads up. He stopped holding the snake. He let Nate do his job over here. But Nate, thrown in the way, jumping over the snake, trying to go inside, and got caught by the back center. These are those windows we keep talking about. He had the opportunity when the back center was holding Callie in that Dorito 1, and it's just bad timing. Not even his fault. I'm sorry, his coach thinks so, though.
Yeah, so good comms. That big booming voice, Zach Patient. So we lost Nate. So Nate Abel Husson off the field, down to a 3-on-3. And it's just Zach here in the snake, and he wins the gunfight. Zach Patient wins the gunfight on Chris Caputo down the sideline here to turn it into a 3-on-2 in favor of Infamous. Here comes Leverage. Pushing forward, though, to take over that snake 2 position.
Smart move. The back center for Leverage is getting a little uncomfortable back there with how Zach is playing, and he's the only one keeping Callie at bay in that 3-1 right now.
Yeah, it's a little tough here based on... so Zach Patient's going to commit, and he gets the shot in on Ricky. So Ricky Moran trades out, and then they're going to get the last kill as well, too. So Infamous answers in a back-and-forth battle here. It looked good early for Leverage, and they get the penalty, goes back to Infamous, and then Infamous not squandering that high-body situation.
I don't want to say luckily, but closely. Zach squeaked a ball in on that snake player on the
And
move.
they got the gift of the penalty, too.
Yes.
I mean, I'll take that every day.
Yeah. For what it's worth, when that Leverage player in the Dorito 1 did get pulled, he was still full-on playing, didn't acknowledge a shot, and that either came from Ryan Hall in that little W on the snake side or Zach Patient backing up in the snake beam of snake 1. As a Dorito guy, those are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, you were a all-star Dorito guy. Talk to me about the what you're seeing on that Dorito side and what we're going to be watching all day long here, seeing who's going to make it to Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the aggressor. You know, we see a lot of people getting shot going past the Dorito 1 into that small wedge, so they're forced to go what I would say is short into the first big Dorito. But it's the inside move. I think the first team to really commit that second player in the Dorito side can into the Doritos with their player is going to be the winning team, because all those inside Doritos can wrap on these snake players that are holding those lanes, and if they want to be aggressive, they can make it happen. They just have to depend on the snake guy to hold the wire.
Yeah, and I think one of the big questions, at least heading into it, was that mini wall and its effectiveness of trying to stop the attack, which it did a decent amount yesterday. We keep seeing bodies sent there from all teams. But you get through those gaps, and these points are going long. So once everyone runs out of paint, so it looks like running referee going to come in and check out one of these bodies here for the Sea Dogs, who are now on the blue side as Extreme gets Hennessy into outside Snake 1.
Yeah, Extreme had a bit of a misstep there on the breakout. They sent 2 bodies to the Snake corner. I'm not sure that was on purpose, but it was creative.
So Hennessy is going to crawl up into that crucial Snake 2 position. We saw yesterday a lot of teams starting to double up that spot because you do have really good angles cross field, and then allows you to have a body to fight down the wire as well too. I haven't really seen it a ton this morning. We're only in set 1 though, so.
Yeah, I mean, even from a position standpoint of being able to shoot both directions, because that's such a crucial bunker. But I will say it's confusing as the other team. You can't really confirm that there's 2 guys in there, and everyone's always hunting for that last body. Sea Dogs answering, crawling from that Snake corner into the Snake 1.
Extreme going 1-1 yesterday. Having a chance to make a Sunday. Sea Dogs made Sunday at the last event. First time that they were able to do that in their rookie pro year. Feeling some confidence, taking 3rd place with a lot of those guys played for Team Canada over in France not too long ago.
Nice, I love those events. Harris Hussein, first to make a move into the middle up to that Snake side wedge. I do like that move. If he stands tall on this Snake side, he can catch that Sea Dogs player.
Harris Hussein up the middle here at that wedge. And he does wrap around as Salmon dives into the Snake, but not able to catch Shane Salmon. Clayton Rizzardo now behind Shane Salmon in the outside Snake 1. So, but Harris Hussein just pumping paint towards this side, trying to catch someone if they pop the top.
Yeah, Harris is definitely stuck now. That bunker is definitely an island. There's nothing close to you, and for him to cross over onto the Sea Dog side, he needs one of the front guys to get shot. There's no real hold on the Sea Dogs Dorito player. So this is that win slow mentality that we keep seeing with this field layout. Because without a small W on the Snake side for NYX, that Dorito wedge doesn't have anyone that can shoot him.
Yeah. Acevedo going to crawl up and get a little bit closer to Hennessy.
I would love to see him start standing up to work that Dorito side can and start getting Hennessy down the field. Oh my gosh, I said Harris shouldn't do it, and he shouldn't have done it. He tried to go through before a front player died, and the Sea Dogs are going to get the first kill out of the middle.
Yeah, 5-on-4 now here in favor of the Sea Dogs as we get under 7 minutes to play.
Harris understood the aggression part, but he forgot the patience part right there.
Yeah, man, I can't remember the last time I said the word patience as much as I did at a tournament as we did yesterday. But you have to understand how the strategy and the tactics on what's working out here, and had to be very patient yesterday. And they're going to need that the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely, and I was talking to some of the divisional teams about the temptation of moving wide, because yes, forward and wide can slow down the field, but if you're the only guy in the middle holding one of these front guys, you can't move, as tempting as it is.
Yeah, the middle in the mid part and beginning of the game has just been rough. It really hasn't been that effective. Great as a close, necessary in some cases.
And you've never needed faster 2 and 3 players because those cans on the inside are the first ones to get shot off the break.
Yeah, this is mostly an out and up field. Get outside, get up the field, but occasionally try to close through the middle, especially that move through the wedge. So right now, yeah, it's the same situation here. One body advantage, little retreat on the D side for the Sea Dogs.
Yeah, I think he was getting uncomfortable in that wedge with Hennessy standing up in this Snake 2, trying to work that Dorito side. It's tough. You see these guys doubling up the Snake, working the same job. You know, that I really want to see these 2-man operations where the Snake 1 player wiggles his way out to the wire. It's wide, but it's safe, and starts getting control so they can get into that Snake 3 and start shooting people.
Salmon now died down the sideline here. The double stack of bodies for both squads. Salmon down the sideline from Snake 2. Acevedo from outside Snake 1. Outside Snake 1 is inset slightly, so in order to effectively gunfight Snake 2, you have to be out of that bunker a little bit.
It feels so scary.
Yeah, a little sketch. A little sketch in there.
It starts getting safer now, although it never feels like it when you're on the field. But you can already see the Sea Dogs player in the Dorito side can holding the snake side. He's starting to run low on paint. There's a pile of pods at his feet, and he's starting to switch hands to load. Those are those small moments where if Hennessy wants to take a bite, he's just got to do it at the right time.
Hennessy popping the top here, using the nipple on the top of that bunker to stay safe while getting looks cross field. There are some really good angles from that position, and we've seen guys playing Snake 2 popping the top and getting those kills inside, catching somebody sleeping. Yeah, getting down to it on time here. 4:21 left to go. Hennessy is going to get out of Snake 2, creep close to the inside Snake 1.
Looks a lot like what Archie was doing for X Factor yesterday in the long points. I'd love to see Hennessy pull it off.
So Acevedo going to get up into Snake 2 with Hennessy inside. But the Sea Dogs, they have the lead. It is up to Extreme to try to find a way to break this cross, and they only have 4 bodies to do it. So this is an ideal situation for the Sea Dogs to just smother Extreme right now.
Absolutely. And this is one of those moments where there's nothing logical that's really going to break up the game right now. But if one of these Snake guys for NYX wanted to retreat to the back center and go fill the Dorito side, it would work. It's just not logical.
Well, I like the way that you said that. It definitely isn't logical, but it's going to have to happen at some point in time. So somebody's just going to have to make a low percentage move that they hope works out. Yeah, maybe only 20% of the time it works out, but you're hoping it's that 20% for you.
Hey, sometimes as a coach, all you need is that 20. Hennessy with the adjustment into that center wedge on the Snake side, trying to catch the Sea Dogs player. And NYX did adjust. They left that small W on the Snake side, retreated the back center, over into the Dorito side can. I love that move.
Yeah, they're trying to switch up the variables here a little bit so that the Sea Dogs get their comms off a little bit. Because if you've been dealing with, if there's 4 bodies in front of you for the Sea Dogs and you've been calling the same spots for the past 2-3 minutes and all of a sudden they start switching around a little bit and then here comes the attack and now you still think there's somebody in that spot and he's not. And then that's how what seems to be an illogical move becomes logical because you're able to change the variables.
Absolutely. You said, here comes the attack, and I got all excited for a second, and I was like, wait.
Not yet. Not yet. Now, we very well could see Extreme wait until at least maybe another minute, down to a minute and 30 before they start to try to make something happen. Because at this point in time, if they don't make a move in the next 30 seconds, then you're basically playing for a tie in overtime.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to leave yourself enough time to play a full point.
Right, and we saw yesterday there's big moves that you could take off the brakes, specifically on the Dorito side, but it's probably not going to win you the point. So you get up there and be threatening, but, you're really looking at clock management right now.
Yeah, getting down to 2 minutes here, so Extreme, down a body, down a point, got to try to make some sort of offensive push happen here. Acevedo popping the top and thinking about it as Hennessy is cut into that wedge.
Looking at this layout right now, the way the bodies are set up, Acevedo's got the ball. The Dorito side is not going to be able to go anywhere for NYX because the Snake 2 and the inside Aztec attached to the Snake for the Sea Dogs are both looking that way, which just cuts down every single step.
Hennessy's thinking about it. He's looking inside of that wedge, rolls off of it, gets back on the tape. The thing, though, is that I doubt the Sea Dogs are going to attack in this position. They're just going to wait for Extreme to make their moves and then counterpunch. Now, the Sea Dogs are 0-2. They have to be winning games. And yesterday they did lose by 2 in one game and 4 in another. So the Sea Dogs actually do need a decent amount of points out of here to have a chance to move on. It will be interesting to see as we hit the minute mark when we get to the end of today and see what the margin is going to be to have to allow you to move on, because a lot of these games are close. There haven't been a ton of blowouts.
Yeah, and here we go. We hit 60 seconds, but NYX was the aggressor on the Dorito side. Like we said, this is that moment where those guys holding those zones are running low on paint, starting to get a little choppy in what they're doing, and they let him through into the big wedge on the Dorito side. Acevedo answering 2.
Here comes Hennessy. Hennessy's going to cut past the 50-yard line in the center to try to get the shot on Salmon. He's clean so far, so Hennessy coming through, not taking any shots yet, and then gets absolutely destroyed. Nobody's come off, though, from that run-through. Extreme got to make something happen with Hennessy as the first to go, and they do. They take some ground on that D side to get to the 50-yard line, and then wrap it around from the wedge, but they have to release. They're just facing a wall of paint. Sea Dogs are doing a great job of holding the line here in Acevedo. He's going to get clipped out. And then the Sea Dogs know they need some points for margin as well, too. And so now they're going to launch here with 8 seconds left to go. And I think Salmon might have enough time to get to this buzzer. They're going to have to sprint. It's going to come from the middle, and he makes it in time with just 2 seconds left.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a well-executed situation here for the Royal City Sea Dogs. They held the line. They played really smart. They're going to get the win. It's going to be a 2-point spread, which definitely helps their margin. They have to play Aftershock in their final game, so they're going to have to win there, ideally by 2 or 3 points.
That's
to
a
give
big
themselves
ask.
like that is a big ask considering that Shock's gotten better throughout the year. So here's the replay. A couple of these replays on the attack. It was Hennessy to go first in the middle. But the issue for Extreme was that so Hennessy goes, and then as everyone's shooting them, then there's the next burst of attack. If they had gone a little bit closer to when Hennessy gone, they probably could have taken a little bit ground while everyone was bonus balling Hennessy.
Yeah, it would have been the move onto Sea Dog side of the field into those big Doritos to try to squeak something in on the Snake guys, and hopefully Acevedo lives.
Yeah, it was just tough, though, because they were down a body, right? So you're going into 5 guns. They're all tucked in. All you're seeing is the tips of barrels and the edges of goggles. And
It's the worst.
No one's biting on gunfights.
Yeah.
You just have to do what Hennessy did at some point in time. Is somebody's just got to run through, take all the pain, and then hope his boys can clean it up.
He's so mad right now that it didn't happen. But that's so tough. I mean, you're probably got half a loader at most. It's been a long point. You're exhausted. And you've got a 1-inch target on the run. You're like, oh, let's
Yeah.
figure this out.
I hope you've been doing your running and shooting drills
100%
in that situation because you got a small target to hit.
That's like what we said yesterday. When out loud, you could hear the player like, please let it hit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to beg the ball to do what it's supposed to.
So Infamous locked up right now. First leverage. Decent amount of time in this one, but who knows? This could be an 8-minute long point too. We will see. So jumping into this next one here with leverage on the blue side and Infamous on the red side. Infamous gets a good crossfield spread, taking all the back bunkers. They run Silberg out wide around D1, and he's just going to gun his way right into the wedge.
I love that. Infamous is not looking for an 8-minute point right here. So leverage first into the Snake 2, and first to lose a body out of the back center. I think that was Jonah from the Snake corner on the wrap.
So a 1-body advantage here currently for Infamous. Zach Patient out behind Jonah Jamrose. Jamrose getting up into Snake 2. Yeah, big booming voice of Zach Patient that I can hear all the way through my noise-canceling headphones.
Love it, Zach. Don't change a thing. Jonah took over the wire from the leverage player who was waiting for him.
So the situation's a little bit different here, as Infamous would love. They need to get a win as well, too, because they went 1-1 yesterday, so they did drop a game. Leverage sitting at 0-2, but this game is tied. Leverage is down a body. There's a lot of time left here. But don't look for Infamous to just completely zone up. Sure enough, Zach Patient does try to make a move into the outside Snake 1, and he gets clipped. So now it's going to even up the body count.
Yeah, Zach did a great job in point 1 of picking on that Dorito side can of leverage from that Snake 1, and I think they were a little more ready for it this time and caught him. I'd like to see Sam continue to work on that Dorito side. He posted up inside looking for this Snake player, but there's not a lot of great opportunities, and with no Snake side wedge and no back center, he's got some moves into that 50 break.
Yeah, just trying to listen to the comms here. It's a little quiet out there right now. For both squads.
Yeah, absolutely. Not that it's an excuse, but I do think this far into it, you can kind of assume where the bodies are after the breakout.
Yeah, when I'm coaching teams, I use the phrase process of elimination quite often.
Yes.
I didn't know he was there, they'll say sometimes. I'm like, well, you shoulda.
Right. I always say educated guess. Like, would it make sense that he was anywhere else?
Yeah. So Jonah, only body in the Snake here currently for Infamous. There, bottom of your screen and out on your screen. And he's looking at 2 bodies with Caputo and Ricky.
Oh! Jonah puts a ball on the front player for leverage.
Yeah, huge kill there. And that's going to give him a 5-on-3 situation. Huge kill on Chris Caputo, who's one of their best players. They didn't have him on Fridays beginning of the season as he was becoming a New York City firefighter. Congratulations to him on that achievement. But now they got him back on Fridays, which is going to be good for their chances moving forward here the rest of the season. So getting him off the field is crucial when you're playing leverage.
I'd like to see Ricky for Leverage come into that snake 2 to compete with Jonah a little more, because the way it's set up right now, Jonah gets to just pick on those Dorito guys. You can see the can just getting pinched, gun going down, and the only answer to slow down Jonah right now is to go towards him. For Ricky, his only real concern is going to be, I think it's Trevor Reeser over in the Dorito 1, but he gets shot out of snake 1.
Yeah, so Ricky Moran is going to take the walk, and they're going to be losing another body, too. That guy's just trying to spread the field in a low body situation. At this moment, with 5:23 on the clock, I want you to make that move, because even if you get shot, okay, cool, I have to concede. If you make it, at least we have a chance.
There's so few opportunities where the, hey, sit here and cross it up is a good answer, especially when you're talking about close margins and you're talking about one more match to play. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you got to get out wide. Even if you want to cross it up, you don't want to be on the same side of the field in a low-body situation. If it's 2-on-4, I really don't want you both on the D side.
I physically get upset when I hear cross it at a practice at this point, because it's like, I'm sorry, that has not been the answer in the last 10 years. You need to attack the guy in front of you, shoot somebody, and just hope it goes your way.
Though we do have one of the most aggressive paintball players ever up here with you, Greg. So
all right,
everyone take everything that Greg says with a grain of salt, because you need to have your athleticism and that, get in your reads on things. So just sending it out there to the paintball world. Because everyone's like, Greg said I just have to recklessly attack at all times. It worked out for him.
Hey, I will say now as a coach, it is much easier for me to slow down an aggressive player and teach him some skill sets for the timing than it is for me to speed up someone that doesn't want to go.
100%. Give me the guy that I have to refine his aggression over the guy that I have to take a cattle prod to get him to have any forward movement.
Absolutely.
Timeout.
You look at player characteristics, right? If you're not the guy that's going to go, and you coach a team called Sencal Alliance, and they don't like to go, and I can see you start to rip your hat off your head as you get upset when it's time to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that, by the way, because we beat you that time.
Yeah. Well, we're still number 1 in the league, so.
Damn, you just scoreboarded me?
Yeah, had to.
Check the scoreboard. It's the best answer ever. So if anyone ever gives your team a hard time and you're in the lead, just scoreboard is the answer.
Yeah, so in X-Ball right now, 2 minutes in between points. Don't know how many more points we're going to see, though, as we're running a bit long, and there's only 5:23 to go. Infamous with a 1-point lead, so and look for Infamous to take some decent ground, get into Snake 2, get into the wedge on the D side, get a little bit of that forward progression, hopefully with 5 alive for them, and then cross it up.
Yeah, I liked their breakout the last 2 points where they're double stacking wide on this snake side, going out to the corner, going around the Hertz can into the snake. I think that's their best opportunity to set those positions up. I think Zach and Jonah just need to come together a little bit more to work on that Dorito side can.
.30 seconds to go before the start of this next one here. Infamous on your screen. Rocking those fresh skull jerseys, Skeleton Squad.
Love those things.
Though the roster is pretty deep these days. It's not exactly a quote-unquote skeleton crew like it used to be.
That's true. But Trav is the first guy to let you ride if you're playing good.
Those jerseys look super scary, though. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Intimidation factor.
So on the breakout as Leverage chasing a point, and they shoot a body on the break, and sometimes that body has been the back center. A little bit susceptible here as you're throwing your gun off the break, but Infamous able to get a shot on Chris Caputo, so it goes to 4-on-4. Uh-oh, might be losing a body, 2 bodies, a minor penalty here. Unfortunately, they're going to need to concede this point to preserve that time, so disaster strikes for Leverage. They're going to spot another one, going to be down by 2 now to Infamous.
We're seeing this time and time again. The guys getting the penalties are those inside cans. They're the most at risk of those shots that you might not notice. Tip of the loader on your way out there, back of the pod on the way out there, and you just got to be cautious.
Yeah, because the Hertz can is diving in occasionally, and sometimes you get shot in the pack, and you don't feel it as you hit the ground and throw your body up and then get into that bunker and start ripping your gun, but the ref sees it.
Absolutely. And I did have a chance to run a few drills with the team that I do coach on this field layout. And I will say, if you dive into that Hertz can, you give the back center on the other team free reign to shoot into the middle, take away some of those snake zones, and make it really difficult. But if you go out there shooting, you are at high risk of taking one of those balls. Pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. In the pits now with Leverage. Tense moments for them. They desperately need a win here. 0-2 yesterday. If you go 0-3, tournament's going to be over.
And that fourth game's never fun.
No. It's also rough to play a team that's 0-3 often because now that team has nothing to lose. So all the worries they had about overthinking all the moves, sometimes they're just flying down the field on you.
Sometimes, all the time.
Yeah. So on the breakout, there's that shot on the back center. That was the kill. What was that from the back center? That was Kyle Thoreau, I believe, with that kill on the back center. Shoot the shooters.
And I'm going to say that probably came from the Hertz can. Leverage shot on their way out there, and those 5 paintballs made it in.
The number 4, though, the back center, Kyle, he was shooting back there as well, too.
Oh, straight back out of him.
Yeah, straight back
I
out.
love that move.
I got it.
So Leverage with 5 minutes needing 2. This layout, probably going to have to push the issue D side early. They do take some ground, look for him to wrap around, try to get up the field. They're going to get Caputo into the snake. Infamous is going to match. Patient and Jonah Jambo is going right to their spots.
Love this. No delay by Infamous to get wide and forward. The phrase we just keep throwing out there. 5-on-5 game off the break, which is great to see. But Leverage is going to have to start working on something.
Great to see if you're Infamous.
Yeah.
Right now. If I'm Leverage, I'm like, man, I really wish we shot a body here. Kind of help our chances. So sure enough, exactly what we just talked about. So after a break, Infamous diving into some decent spots on the D side. They get D1 and D3, and then a body in Snake 2. And now they're just going to cross it up with 5 bodies alive and pump paint downfield. Try to stop this aggressive push with Leverage, which has to start happening here in the next minute, I would say.
And I love that move by Infamous, is getting out of that Dorito side can and just letting Jonah do his job of holding the wire. Him and Zach can keep control of the snake between the two of them, get 2 bodies up the field, be the aggressor.
30.
I know I'm biased, but it looks like the right thing to do.
So a couple moves on the D side as Leverage getting to the mini wedge and also into D1. The mini wedge catching a ton of pressure cross field right now.
Yeah.
Infamous also getting Sam Silberg into the wedge as well.
And again, I think that's the bonus of having the Infamous player in that big Dorito with instead of the can, is that little wedge on the snake side starts to struggle to hold which zone, and the big move comes from Sam.
Yeah, so Infamous is doing exactly what they need to do. Get a 5 alive break, and then move up the field, get into these crucial spots, and play patient from there.
Absolutely. Leverage trying to answer, but I think the Dorito 3 just caught one.
He did, so first kill is going to go for Infamous as Leverage loses an attacker on that D side. Not going to help their cause here, and they're going to be losing Caputo in a gunfight. That's Jonah Jamrose with the kill.
This is that 3-on-5 situation where we might just hear a concession. Leverage trying to counter on the Dorito side, pushing into the big wedge, but he's going to have to do something with it as Jonah starts crawling down the snake to take this game.
Yeah, Infamous, again, with the 1-1 yesterday, would love every point they can possibly get out here for margin. So I don't think they're just going to be content with a side body situation to let the time run out. I think they're going to try to get this point.
Absolutely. Still 5 bodies up on 3, and Leverage isn't in the best positions to stop the attack. It's just a matter of time before Jonah or Sam breaks through. Just the snake 1 for Leverage holding Sam in that wedge right now, but he's not in a rush, clearly. He's still shooting inside. Zach, the communication, man. Everybody needs a Zach patient on the team.
So Jonah up in the snake 3. Zach right behind him shooting inside. Jonah's looking down that sideline. So Jonah not pushing the issue quite yet as we're at 1:50. So with the extra couple body, losing that, that's a tough death there for Jonah. You have a high body situation right now. You're in a 53, a 5-on-3, and you have a 2-point lead.
And Zach, patient, is already picking up paint off the ground. These long points, so tough.
Well, it's early, and it's not that hot yet, so he might find a couple fresh ones. They do get a kill, though, on Ricky. And then they're going to be getting another shot here. So
both of those coming from Rob Velez, slipping from the back center into that little W, caught both snake eyes.
And you're noticing no concession here from Leverage. Again, reason why concerned about margin. This is going to be their third loss. Every 5 or 6 years, we'll have a team that gets in at 1-3, but it's incredibly rare.
With the way the margins are going right now, I just don't see that as a possibility.
I don't see it. I just have to bring it up when things like this happen because it has happened in the past. But I think the last time, I think it was like Aftershock in Vegas, maybe 6-7 years ago.
Wow. And
I remember seeing them, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, guys, because they went 1-3. I'm like, maybe next time. And they're like, we made it. They were so surprised. I was like, you did? Oh, my God. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Right? Do you remember way back in the day, Impact thought they were out, and they actually started to fly home, found out they were in, and turned around?
Wow.
Yeah, that was way back in the day, but I remember that being a story.
Yeah, so they're just, sure enough, they're just going to let the time expire, and Infamous is going to be content with this 4-1 win. And with the way the margins are going, absolutely. They did get a 2-point win against Damage in their first match, and then a 1-point loss, I believe, against Dynasty. Yep. So they were already sitting on a positive 1-1, but with a positive margin heading into this one. So it looks really good for Infamous right now. They just have to avoid getting blown out against Arsenal, and Arsenal's looking really good. I don't see that being a blowout either way. Both those teams are pretty evenly matched right now. So that's going to be a great game. Arsenal and Infamous going down here around 11 a.m. here Central Time.
Is that from Snake 1 up the tower?
Great first set. A lot of different looks.
Yeah, so that is going to do it here. Stick around, though. We got Tampa Bay Damage taking on Arsenal and the Tauntauns and Aftershock. Coming up next here at the Lone Star Open, I'm Matty Marshall with Greg Sewers. We'll be back.
Bodies here for Infamous, kind of stuck in the center. Big move here by Nate Schrader coming to the center. He's looking for Ryan Hall, and he's going to get him. He's also going to get Zach Patient.
I was like, oh, Nate just cleared it. We're good.
Okay.
I just took forever.
Okay. Good. No, you didn't take forever. I'm just too quick.
Get out!
2-on-3 situation. Schrader going to go forward, hunting for Rodarte.
You got Rodarte here in the center tower, just waiting on Schrader, and he's going to get the drop in on him. So great point here for Nate Schrader.
Schrader living on the edge right now, taking a lot of risk on, but it is a drastic reward potentially here for Uprising now.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go, Graham! Let's fucking go, Graham! Oh my God! Where the fuck is my belt? World fucking champion! Let's go! All the way, baby! Let's go. They're fucking scared. Let's fucking go, Joel. We did it. Fucking did it. Thank you for believing in me, brother. I fucking shot that Ricken. I shot that Ricken. Let's go. I'm happy for you, mate. Way to dig deep with that sickness, man. Let's go to Sunday. Let's win this shit together. Let's win this shit together.
There is a sport you've never seen. A game of speed, chaos, and precision, where milliseconds decide legends. Now, you get to see it for yourself.
Big moment in pro paintball history.
Let's go!
What's up, everyone? Walker here with Carbon Paintball, showing you some of the custom products that we offer as a part of the team program. When you start, it's going to ask you to design your jersey right away, which sounds a little bit weird at first, but what we want from you guys is your logo, some of your other artwork, including your sponsors, and we're going to take all that information and we're going to make you guys some other really cool custom products. So some of the new things that we offer are custom team pod bag, the goggle bag, of course the training jersey, and a new soft barrel case. All these can be customized with your name, number. You guys can actually go in and you can tweak the designs as well. So if you guys are looking for a team banner, comes folded up just like this, easy to store in your gear bag. We also offer some custom cleat covers for your team. You can put your name, like I said, and your numbers on them. Of course, we offer a custom headband, sublimated product line as well. And then last but not least, our custom Zero goggle strap, proprietary to that goggle system. If you guys have any questions, check us all out at crbnpaintball.com.
Stare me down, kid. I got your number. I got your number. I said stare me down to him, but if you want to stare down too, I got your number too. Okay.
1 minute.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I have been playing pro for a long time. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here.
Hey, believe in yourself, believe in each other, right? Go for the fucking logo on our chest. This is what we do, dude. This is what we train for. This is the fucking moment that we all dream of. Come out there, bring your best self, and continuously get better.
Yes,
Let's go, baby.
Mic'd up?
Yeah, hot mic.
I'll let him know.
We'll let them.
You know what it is.
You know what it is, ho.
And now you about to find out.
Yeah, boy.
Go. Baby, baby, baby. Baby dragon. 100, 400. 400, 500, Chris here. 400, 500 alpha. Hey, kill the 400. Kill the 400. That's right. Save your boy. Hey, hey, that's what patience does. Patience, baby. Way to fucking be.
Hey, fuck these clowns up.
You're right. Go. Baby, baby. Get out, get out, get out. Hey, kill the 400. Dallas, Dallas. Go. 100, 100, 100, 100.
But here comes Tyler Panilio on the counterattack. He's about to get run down and stitched up
Chris is going.
by Chris Shear, and Chris Shear's going to finish it off.
Yeah. Hey, Chris is still alive. That's game. That's it. That's it. Yeah, you Gucci, dog. Sheesh. That man looked good. They forgot about the dog. That boy a dog. Yeesh.
This morning, I could look in all your faces, and it was like no one was fucking awake. Like, we didn't have enough caffeine. We didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
Something. That we were fucking dead.
Yeah.
We all work, right? We're all blue-collar men. You have to be a morning person. We are here to do this. To do this. We have to show up to do this.
You know what tomorrow is for a game? First thing in the morning.
Believe in each other, right? Believe in each other and believe in yourself. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Hey, it's BRNT at CRBN. We have a new product, IC Nano Barrel Kit. This is our standard IC Nano Barrel, 756 microports. Water can get out, but it cannot get in. All-weather performance, also an unmatched sound signature in paintball. Uses Planet Eclipse PWR inserts. Also has the internal threads if you're going to use a rifle insert. Comes in our new barrel case with 4 critical bore sizes, 679, 683, 687, 691. We chose those sizes as they fall in between the standard Planet sizes. These are available at your favorite paintball retailer, $234.95. Check them out now also at crbnpaintball.com.
Hey, no take! No take! Ricky the Boston, no take! No take!
4-on-4 situation. Harris with that forward penetration in the middle. Now Stephen O'Mara coming forward. Now Stephen's going to get him clean. Nicely done.
O'Mara going headhutting on Harris Hussein, and he stays alive doing it. So great move by Stephen O'Mara.
Now he's going to come up here and shoot the can in the back right now. I'm not sure how the can's not dead, but big move right now. O'Mara got shot in the pack.
Yeah, he did kill Acevedo before that happened, and Arsenal going to clean up that last player off the Doritos side.
Hey, I heard him shooting his gun, so I blocked him out, invading him to come get me, to kill him on his move. Yeah. Who shot you, Elliot? Bang, bang. Bang.
287.
Back center.
wait, no, there's still another one. 200, 200, 200. Benny, me and you made the same mistake. We did not connect midpoint. I'm covering off the middle. Next.
Yes, 2-on-4 situation. NYX. Oh, that's a major. He's going to shoot him. That's a major.
Garland coming through, and it's going to call. They're going to call it a minor.
Yep. Hey, they got a penalty. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay
Taylor,
free. Stay
you're in the
free.
snake.
I think we killed the snake with the penalty. 2 on the Dorito. It should be kill 3. Our Obama.
2-on-2.
Yeah, but this is just
too little, too late.
Voting's very well for Arsenal. Who cares? You're up 4-0. You've already got 2 wins on the board.
Oh, JC
win
out.
Margin doesn't mean anything.
1-on-1.
Yeah, here comes JC. Goes right at him.
JC
punishes him. JC Whittington.
Oh, don't hurt yourself,
the legend,
JC.
47 years old.
47 years old, JC Whittington.
Still got it, baby. Get this man some oxygen.
Oh, man. You gonna let that old man do that to you? Oh, man. What is that? Is that nil? That's a goose egg. That's a goose egg. Way to BJC. Grit, motherfuckers. Woo! Hey, that's the fucking grit, motherfucker. Hey, we almost gave them 3 points. Hey, but each one of us fucking stepped up when we fucking needed to. Hey, what happened in the beginning? What happened? We forgot the fucking process. Me, Benny, both forgot the process. We tried to be like, yeah, we could fill out real quick. Be alive. Be the fuck alive. All right, that's the difference maker. When we are alive. Yeah. Hey, me and Benny both made quick moves. Shouldn't have happened. Hey, we're 120 grit.
Yeah, sir.
120 grit for the next one.
We got more.
Okay?
We got
hey,
more.
everybody step the fuck
Step it
up.
up.
Everybody's here. Everybody's ready to fucking roll. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's going on, everyone? Walker here with Carbon Paintball. Are you still spending a couple $100s to design your team jerseys? That's crazy. Go over to teams.crbnpaintball.com to create your jersey right now for just $19.95. Right when you sign up on the team program, all we're gonna ask for is your logo, primary patterns, colors, secondary accents, all that stuff, and we're gonna take that information, and within 48 hours, we're gonna kick you back a 3D mock-up of your team jersey. Now, there's no minimums. You guys can order one jersey. There's no packages required. You guys can build one if you want, but just go to teams.crbnpaintball.com and start now and save yourself some money for better gear.
you're all I ever need. I love the one you want. Yeah, alright, baby. You can't use me. Alright.
All focus, all energy. Go, baby. Hey, look around. This is all we need. We play together, we're unbeatable, okay? Kill one rocket! The 4! Oh, fuck, take my back.
Yep, got it.
I think I stay here for a split second.
That's fine, yeah. If you need
I know, I'm just letting you know. I'm just working through this.
Hey, we're making them play us, guys. Same thing, we're making them play us, okay?
America, move Sydney! The 4! The 4 moved to the 3! The 3! Whoop! Let's go, Ron. Let's go, baby. Hey, that's what happens when we're all alive, right? We can work through problems.
It's all about the connection out there.
30 minutes a day, we get to give it all. That's all. Freedom to the 4! 2 and 4! 3 to 1! Come on, Dorito! 2 only! Hey, I'm inside! Is anyone watching the wire? I'm inside! Hey, nothing's over! Calm! Calm! Hey, nothing's over. We're winning because we're connecting. On who? What happened? Who got that?
Get out.
Okay.
Come on, we got a minute left. We're doubling the home, me and Mishka.
Okay, hey, we're going to be 2 and 4 cross. We have to hit some shots.
I don't know what my bailout is.
The bailout's playing tight as possible for 53 seconds. You hear that horn. Watch our angles, have each other's backs. It's that simple. Hey, get him out, Sydney! Hey, kill the Sydney! Disco! Disco! Kill 3! Hey, Sydney! Sydney again! Sydney again! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, do not play! Hey, I saw him coming. I was looking at the clock. I just let him go because I didn't want a penalty on anything. I just looked inside. Hey, that's 15. That's half our day. Now we focus on the second half, yeah? Yeah? We build. We build and we get better throughout the fucking weekend. Closet! Kill the closet! Kill the closet! We gotta be alive. Hey! Diesel, America off the break. Hold the zone. Delta money inside.
Diesel! Diesel! Diesel!
Game time finished. Game stop.
Hey, all good. A little frustrating because we should have dominated, but hey, a win's a win.
Kyle! Kyle! I'm down to my last. I'm down to my last.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Here, put it in. Hey, look. Who's across?
It's closet home on me.
Hey, I can go through the middle and get the closet.
You got to be careful of the Delta guy.
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay, hey, you know Clint's in the air. Hey! Fire! Fire! No, Arizona. Yeah, go to the closet at least right now. Cobra money. I'm going.
They got the Tiger King Kuzman. It's the one on the snake side here. Diesel also getting into the 50 snake.
So Kuzman's going to run to his death, though. Tried to bunker him out, not able to get him. Yeah, not even a trade.
Yeah, he didn't know that Mouse was there. Mouse just shoots 2 more. Shoots him on his first engagement. And he lived? Oh my goodness. Dies in the end, but I think that was a 4-pack for Mouse.
I need my gun. 40 seconds. I'm on it. I'm on it. Missouri. Missouri. Kill 4. Hey, 60 seconds. Kill 4. Come on. Come on. Fucking go. Way to be. Be confident in your comms. Hey, check the power play. Hey, Dorito 2's gonna go. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Hey, Ricky.
Yeah, I think
Ricky,
Diesel's
kill
going to be
3.
pretty content. Undefeated on day 1.
Yeah.
Looking
Hey,
real good.
stay
Yeah, they're
fire.
in the driver's seat. They came into this with a chip on their shoulder.
And if you beat Legion by 4, you're a favorite to win this tournament.
Magic.
An awesome job sprinting
Yeah.
downfield to put
Come
one more
on.
on the board.
Let's fucking go. Let's go. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Get it on me. Diesel. Diesel. Diesel.
Here we go. Dinner on you, motherfucker. I got it.
What's going on, everyone? Walker with Carbon Paintball here to show you our SC Pro Bottom 3.0. This product comes with a wash bag. First thing you're going to notice when you pull it out, it does have a new look, updated look. Our claim to fame, all one cohesive pad from your hip to your thigh to your knee with dual.
Jumping back into this next set here, day 2 of the prelim competition. It's going to be Tampa Bay Damage taking on Arsenal and the Tauntauns taking on Aftershock. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Matty Marshall alongside paintball legend Greg Sewers. So Greg here, Tampa Bay Damage, Arsenal, who do you got?
Man, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be a tight, low-scoring game. But with the way things are going this weekend, I'm going to give it to Damage.
Yeah, Damage going 1-1 yesterday as they did lose to Infamous by 2 and then stepped up and had a good, solid 4-0 victory over Leverage. So we'd love to get a win here, but Arsenal, man, they looked good in the 3-man. And, you know, this high-powered roster for Arsenal, Tom Ford's been really doing a good job of giving himself some talent to work with, and they are really starting to put it together. So, yeah, if both of these teams play to their potential, this should be a really good game. But talking about high-powered rosters, Joey Blute really making sure that he's doing everything he can to put out the best roster possible with the additions of Marcelo Margot and Alex Goldman, and that's just recently in the past couple months. Also picking up, Kevin Brethauer, Chris Shear in the offseason to complement a line, Greg, that was already winning tournaments. So, yeah, this is going to be a good one here. Jumping into it right now, Arsenal on the blue side and Damage on the red side. They're going to be losing Mouse here early. Alex Goldman takes the walk. So it's going to be a 5-on-4 situation here in favor of Arsenal as they dip a body here into the snake. Let's see who got the start. Is it going to be Caleb Abel or ABJ? I think it's Caleb Abel in there, but they're going to be losing Steven O'Mara. That evens up the count. Keith Brown for Tampa Bay gets into that crucial Snake 2 position. So both Caleb Abel and Keith Brown from the Snake shooting that cut towards the D side.
Great job by Keith to answer that loss of Mouse off the break, getting himself into that Snake 2 and picking up that first kill. Big fill by Cody Mikowski into the Snake corner.
Cody Mikowski making it clean into the Tortilla Tower. Shout out to one of our new sponsors, Plano Tortilla Factory, providing that green tower for us. And yeah, Cody also looking towards that D side. Caleb now down here on the sideline. And Keith still dedicating his gun towards that D side.
I like the way Arsenal has this set up right now. They had Caleb down the wire holding Keith at bay and letting Cody and the Dorito player work together.
Couple nice fills out here from Marcelo Margot to get out behind Keith Brown. And a double stack of bodies on the D side as well for Damage. So they spread the field nicely. Jacob Edwards going to get out behind, I believe, Chris Shear, who's in D3. Edwards at the mini wedge.
Next move we're looking for here is Chris Shear into the big wedge. And look at that timing. He felt it.
Yeah, if you're just joining us and weren't able to watch yesterday, this field relatively tactical, but it's how quickly those D-side players can get up the field over there is pretty crucial. The snake is going to get mirrored up constantly. You're going to have bodies in snake 2. Sometimes guys will crawl up into snake 3, try to get those cross-field shots. But I don't think the snake's going to change much today, Greg. It's going to be the D-side. How much risk do teams want to incur? How quickly do you want to get up on that side?
And that's exactly how you said it. It's risk. It's the moves that need to happen that everybody wants to take a bite at, but they are so scary with these snake guys on the cross.
Yeah, they're just great shots. And we haven't seen it yet this morning that much, but teams yesterday constantly doubling up that snake 2 position to have that gun dedicated on the D side. Today, teams are going a little bit away from that, at least so far. I'm assuming we'll still see it at some point in time.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at Damage and Arsenal right now, they're giving a little bit more respect to the snake, where you see those front players playing both sides, whereas yesterday we just saw them dedicated on the wire, because the only guy who can stop the snake from crawling truly is the guy in front of him.
Yeah, so both teams with the double stack of bodies outside wide and no one in that middle. Middle has not really been that effective early on in the match, other with a very few exceptions. So it's going to be battles down the wire.
Absolutely, and the reason the middle isn't playing a big part in this role is because, yes, you can go in there off the break. Yes, it feels scary when someone calls the center 50 shot. But unless you shoot a snake eye off the break, he makes one quick move, and you have nowhere to hide.
Has the makings of another long point out here, even with Damage pushing the issue. Damage is definitely dictating the pace here. They have a little bit better field position, but Caleb Abel has crawled up into snake 3, so Caleb has been relentless here for Arsenal as the first attacker in the snake. A real good tournament so far. Looked good in the 3-man, looked good yesterday.
And Chris Shear in the Dorito 4 right before the 50, looking towards Caleb right now, looking for that next move into the 50 brick. Looks like Cody Mikowski is the one stopping him right now, but Cody playing both sides, and he catches Marcelo. Great job by Cody Mikowski.
Yeah, huge kill to get Marcelo Margot off the field, and that puts Damage in a tough spot. Arsenal undefeated so far here. This 5 versus 5 tournament.
We keep talking about the tortilla tower and that snake 1, how far out to the wire they have to come to actually shoot at a snake player, and that's how Marcelo got caught. He's 5 feet off his bunker trying to put a ball on Caleb and just got caught by Cody. Good timing.
So Damage down a body. They have thrived in these situations throughout the years. They're tough to dig out of spots when they have to play defense. They're in some good positions with Shear now all the way up into D4. Keith's on an island, though, here, Greg, by himself on the snake side.
And Caleb's not afraid of it. He makes another move onto Damage's side of the snake. They're one bunker away from each other. And with a 2-on-1 situation, Keith can't really go bunker Caleb.
Well, if Caleb can bunker Keith,
game.
Yeah, because then Cody's going to, even if he trades, no big deal, because then Cody Mikowski is going to control this snake side, which runs the entire length of the field. And it's going to be up to either Shear or Edwards to try to put a crossfield shot on him as he tries to slowly but surely get up here, and he's going to have a lot of time to work with because we're in point number 1. So that would be the chess move here for Arsenal, and if Caleb can make it happen.
Absolutely, and Arsenal needs to get the communication together. You can see Benny Carroll trying to shoot the tortilla tower for Damage, but Marcelo is not there. Cody needs to get that to him.
Yeah, it's getting a little quiet out here in these last few moments. There's good comms before that, but everyone seems to know exactly where their opponents are here currently, and we've hit a bit of stasis until somebody tries to make a move.
Small bump from Jacob out to that big wedge on the Dorito side to get behind and closer to Chris Shear. But moving into that 50 Dorito gets a little scary because Caleb is in that snake and all it takes is one ball. This is why I like Caleb's moves right now, too, is because he's there, he doesn't have to be looking at the Dorito guys, but they really can't go. The only safe move, well, it's not safe, but the only reasonable move would be for Shear to go straight to Arsenal's side, and he can't do that with Benny Carroll in the big wedge.
Yeah, and Arsenal at this point in time should know they have a body advantage and just trying to be patient right now. They do not want to squander this. They're not over-engaging gunfights. Here comes Keith Brown to try to get the drop in on Caleb and stay alive, but he's going to trade his body, so he's trading out in a low-body situation. That does take that first attacker off the field, but just as we talked about, now Cody Mikowski has basically 8 minutes to work with to push down this side, which he controls. And there's those 2 bodies that Damage has to deal with. Shear's going to roll the dice, and he's going to go up into the brick, and he's going to get taken out.
Just Jacob Edwards left for Tampa Bay Damage.
And we're going to get a concession. So nicely played by Arsenal to go up 1-0 here against, again, one of the best rosters in paintball, arguably the best roster, depending on who you're talking to. Tampa Bay Damage.
Cody and Caleb had that match. Caleb being the aggressor, catching Marcelo from corner to corner, and then Cody closing smart.
Yeah, that was the huge kill was on Marcelo because that gave him the body advantage. Then Arsenal played patient, and he felt like he had the drop in on Caleb. Because if he does shoot Caleb and stays alive, awesome move, right? Because now he's going to be up there. Yeah, sure, I'm sure Cody might try to come run him down, and it gets a little messy. But yeah, the kill on Marcelo really set it off. And then hats off to Arsenal for just playing very patient, not over-engaging and losing a reckless gunfight for no reason.
Great start. Aftershock and Tauntauns. Here we go.
Tauntauns dropping a game yesterday to New York Extreme, so they're sitting at 1-1. And then Aftershock also at 1-1 as they lost to Impact. So important game for these two squads right now. And Aftershock going to be first to lose a body, and it's A-Rod, big gun, off the break, coming out of that center, losing another body as well too. As who's that walking off? Baltimore. Hughes, Clay Hughes. Yeah, so Clay Hughes has been the first attacker for him here on the snake side. So great break for the Tauntauns. Running referee come to check out Konstantin Fedorov, though, and it looks like he's good to go.
Connor Kelly was losing his mind from Snake 1 calling that kill on Konstantin Fedorov. Didn't get it, but Tauntauns notoriously great shooters off the break for the entire duration of their team existence, which has got to be one of the longest in history in paintball.
Yeah, they are one of the longest running teams to exist. It's them and the Ironman right now as far as longest running teams in professional paintball. Yeah, but the Tauntauns, 2 finals appearances for them this year. They have never won a pro tournament here in the States. Won a semi-pro tournament, but that's that last laurel leaf that they're hoping to get in their long, illustrious career.
And you can be so close and so far away for so long. So I hope they have a chance to break that. Being the aggressors on here on the snake side, though.
Yeah, so this is Spitzma. It's been occasionally Hugo over here, and then Godin as the attackers on the snake side. Colombo is going to actually leapfrog Marky Franz to get to the mini wall. Thinking about joining his compatriots here in the snake, but going to be content to sit there, chill, knows they have a big body advantage and roll guns towards that D side. Shock is just hoping somebody engages with them right now, hoping they can get a gunfight win to try to get closer on bodies.
But it's not going to help as they lose. Yep, there it is. Quick concede as they lost that Dorito side wedge player. 2-on-5 situation.
Smart concession.
Smart concession.
It's 2-on-5. Frustrating if you're the 2. Frustrating if you're a fan. But incredibly intelligent because the way this field's playing, you're playing one of the best teams out here. The Tauntauns aren't going to be losing too many 5-on-2s out here.
Right. And we keep seeing teams who are just have no interest in closing games quickly because margin isn't the biggest deal right now if you're winning games. So the guys trying to close out those games, score the points when they're up, it's because they're looking at that Sunday game.
If you go 4-0, you don't need to worry about margin.
Facts.
3-1, still going to be pretty good. But if you are 3-1, occasionally if you have a bad margin, it's going to be putting you in that wild card round, which means you have to win 4 games in a row in order to win the tournament, which that has actually happened quite a bit out here in the past few years. So on the breakout right now, Arsenal with a slight 1-point lead, and they get a kill here early on Damage as Jacob Evers is going to be taking the walk. They do shoot a body, though, with Caleb Abel coming off early. So it's 4-on-4.
Interesting break there. Oh, no, and a penalty coming late on Arsenal.
Yeah, the penalty pulls out Omara, so no snake side at all here for Arsenal. Door opens for Damage.
I think that was a talking penalty, unfortunately.
So wait for Keith Brown to get a read from the Hertz can and eventually get out on the snake side as they have this one body advantage and no one on this side right now, and also got to try to do zone control. And here comes a body flying out right now for Arsenal, and he makes it into the tortilla tower clean. It's Cody Mikowski with a nice fill, and Keith Brown launches to get into snake 2.
Great response by Keith. Cody first to make the move, but he just couldn't get on his feet fast enough to slow down Keith. Keith pretty set on shooting inside from that snake 2. He did miss the Arsenal player, I think it's Benny Carroll, diving into that Dorito wedge, and I'd love to see Keith start getting aggressive. He does have help from Marcelo in the back center. We're seeing that classic setup right now. It's the Dorito side can shooting down on Keith that actually prevents him from going down the snake easily, not impossibly, but as we keep saying, everything's a risk.
Yes, everything's risky out here. It's paintball, but it's the calculated risk. You have to calculate the percentage on that risk, and you got to do it as fast as you possibly can, and then decide to either make that move or not.
As Marcelo keeps getting closer to Keith, he's made his way up into that inside Aztec attached to the snake. I think between the two of them, you're going to start to see Keith make his way down this wire until Cody responds by getting the snake. Marcelo continuing to answer up into that wedge on the snake side. And that bunker's so isolated. Once he's in there, yes, he can lock down Cody, really protect the snake, but until Arsenal loses that Dorito player, he really can't cross the 50-yard line.
Damage being smart with this extra body, though. Really calculating these risks, and now Jason Edwards going to move up into the tower in the middle. So a double dose of attackers up the middle of the field right now, as Damage deciding to go up the field instead of out. So let's see if it works out for him here. Saw Marcelo Margot have a real nice point yesterday, even in a loss, though, shooting 3 bodies and winning it one for Damage by going up the middle of the field on a close.
And Elliott Weaver made his way into the snake for Arsenal, but Keith Brown all the way down. This is where the action gets fun.
Well, he's blocked out from the tower, but as soon as he shoots his gun, Omar's going to know he's there. Keith hears Elliott Weaver. He hears Weaver and then runs Weaver down, trades his body. Love trades in high body situations.
3-on-2 situation, but Cody Mikowski out here wide on the snake side and just Marcelo in that isolated wedge.
So this is kind of the tough spot, Greg, about putting your bodies up the middle, because you get that trade on the outside. Marcelo knows this, and he's thinking about trying to get out, and so he's going to get back in the snake. Beautiful move here from Marcelo Margot. He knew he was kind of trapped in the middle because if Cody hits the deck, owning the snake and crawls up, Marcelo's life's going to be limited there, so Marcelo intelligently, tactically retreats. He gets back to snake 1, and now he's at snake 2 to contend here with Cody Mikowski.
I love it. We're going to see how this battle goes down between Marcelo and I think it's Ben Carroll over there in the wedge for Arsenal.
Yeah, Benny Carroll making a move up into the wedge. And then now here comes Benny Carroll. Benny Carroll's going to launch to get to the 50 brick. Ooh, really putting the pinch, and he gets the shot in on Edwards, but then on the jump shot gets taken out, does another jump shot, trades out with Shear, and then Marcelo Margot's going to get shot by Cody Minkowski. So unfortunate turn of events here, squandering a high body situation, and Arsenal going to put their second point on the board with just 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go.
Nice job, Cody Mikowski. Cody Mikowski is one of my best friends from paintball, and seeing him play that well is just so rewarding. I'm living vicariously through Cody right now.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal's been hanging tough. Cody been doing a lot of work in his dojo. He built in his warehouse and looking really good. Arsenal undefeated yesterday. They're up by 2 here on Damage. It's looking solid for him. And here comes the couple replays, right? Tampa Bay Damage. So Keith Brown runs down Weaver. Marcelo Margot with a nice fill outside wide. But then Benny Carroll starts to break it open here. He runs in. He gets the shot in on Edwards. Edwards did not know he was there. This is kind of the risk when you go up the middle with that outside containment for Benny Carroll. And Benny Carroll trades out. And then Cody gets the shot in on Marcelo. That's the hero of that last point, Cody Mikowski.
Looks like we have maybe a 5-on-5 breakout. Shock loses the snake, and three-piece. A grenade went off on Aftershock side of the field.
Not ideal here for Aftershock to try to get back in this match. We're going to see another quick concession, spotting the Tauntauns. Another point. 2-0 going to be the score here with 12:50 to go.
Tauntauns are really picking on that snake runner right now. And we went over a play yesterday where this is where you can have your back center on the snake side, shoot straight back at the back center, and that guy has 2 choices. He rolls off and he misses the snake runner, or he stays and he gets clipped in the loader. But you got to stand in the open to make that happen.
Yeah, it's timeout called. So looking at Aftershock going down too early, playing the second-ranked team in their bracket. They already played Impact yesterday, and they lost by 3. They were able to get a 2-point win on New York Extreme, who was at the bottom of their bracket. So the last game for Shock's going to be against the Sea Dogs, 4th in their bracket. So if they do end up dropping this game, got to keep the margin as close as possible and then try to get the highest margin you possibly can against the Sea Dogs, which are giving teams tough games out here.
Absolutely, and we saw how long those 4-on-4 situations were.
So there's that break and the penalty assessed.
On the player going to the Hertz can. Who would guess?
Yeah, you did call that earlier. Yeah, we've been seeing that. It's not quite the can of death, but
on the outside.
we're getting there.
It's earning its reputation right now. Damage and Arsenal coming out for point 3. Damage really needs to come up with an answer right now, because this is when we start to see those teams who don't necessarily need a big point margin shut this field down. I'd like to see Chris Shear continue to work as hard as he has been, getting into that 3-4 and the 50 brick, trying to just get some work done. There's no free kills once you're up there, but man, are you a threat.
Yeah, so some work to do, not a lot of time for Tampa Bay.
10 seconds.
No Keith Brown on this one. It's going to be Mouse going snake side with, I believe, Jacob Edwards, Marcelo in the middle, and then Jason Edwards with Chris Shear out there as well, too. On the breakout here, big move up the middle all the way to the brick, the 50 inside brick here for Benny Carroll. And then Benny Carroll going to be posted up on that gap insert in the snake.
Great situation for Arsenal off the break right now. Up in that 50 brick, there's nobody in the snake for Damage, and Caleb's in the snake for Arsenal. Great scenario for them to lock down this point, shoot the first filler. Mouse and, is that Jacob, are going to have to be really careful over here on the snake side.
Yeah, so still 5-on-5 right now. Wondering if Damage knows that Benny Carroll is up the middle of the field and looking towards their snake side. They're going to launch Shear into that D3 position, and he makes it clean.
Looking good. I love the way that Chris is getting to work over there.
Yeah, there is Benny Carroll totally focusing his gun on that snake gap. He's actually just rolling his gun through that snake gap. He's not waiting for the body to go through. He's pumping paint in there.
Yeah, little communication error on Arsenal's side of the field right now. Benny is pumping the snake too, but there's no one there yet. So I'd love to see him wrap a little bit harder as Marcelo and Mouse make their way out into the snake 1 and that Hertz can. You can hear Marcelo already calling the clock time. They're already worried at 3:20 that they need points.
They have to, right? You know, because you have, if you need to just to tie, they already dropped a game yesterday. They don't want to go 1-2, and you need to understand what the pace of the play is in that situation. Play like you need to tie. You can't just play like you need 1, unless the most important thing you're worried about is margin.
Yeah, hard to say right now. I mean, they're definitely out here to win the point. They're watching the clock, and you at least have to keep it close, right? Jason Edwards making his way out into that Dorito 1 to try to back up Chris Shear a little bit more.
Well, they still have a little bit of time here, Greg, to develop offense, even on a pace to get 2. They just haven't shot anybody yet, and they're going to be losing Marcelo out of that Plano Tortilla Tower. So down to 4. 2 in the snake and 2 on that D side. 4 Tampa Bay Damage. Still looking at 5 bodies, and Benny Carroll still alive up in that middle, just waiting for someone to attack up on the snake side.
And the attack has to come from the snake side right now. Steven Amara's in that inside Aztec looking at Chris Shear, and it's going to be really difficult for him to do anything about it.
Well, here comes Jacob Edwards. I think he figured out where Benny is and what Benny is doing. And sure enough, here comes the attack as he's going to come through. He's going to shoot Benny. He has to trade his body to do it. They had to get Benny out of there. It's just tough to take trades in low body situations, but sometimes you have to. And then off of that, Alex Goldman, Mouse, able to get up into snake 3.
Oh. It's going to be a tight battle between Mouse and the wedge on the Dorito side for Arsenal. I thought he caught one, but he's still in there.
Yeah, so Weaver able to stay alive. Those crossfield shots from Alex Goldman. Alex Goldman's now got his lenses out looking towards the sideline here, down very low. But Jason Edwards is going to come over and give him some help.
Yeah, it's a 3-on-1 situation for Mouse right now on this snake side, so it's a good thing that Jason's coming over, help a little bit, keep an eye on that highway move on the inside of the snake.
Yeah, down to 1 minute. Minute and 12. It's not looking good here for Damage to have enough time, even if they win this one to tie. They'd have to do it in the next 15 seconds.
And I feel like the entire time I've been sitting up here, I'm just looking, all right, what's the next move? What's the seam? And it's difficult, and we know all the information. Imagine being the guy in the dirt, people shooting at you, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it's hard down there. It's not easy. You're getting shot at.
Yeah, there's bad guys.
Really loud.
Chris Shear trying to get to work, makes his way into that 50 brick.
So Chris Shear is going to get shot. Does he trade out with Weaver? He does not. So Weaver gets the kill on Shear. And now just 2 options here for Tampa Bay, as going to be really tough for them. They're getting put into their bunkers right now. Not even able really to gunfight. Edwards really worried about that crossfield shot from Weaver. He's thinking about launching anyway. They're still looking at 4 bodies, though. Yeah. Like you said, he's trying to find the seam right now, and there just isn't a seam. The seam is there, but there's paint in the air, and you're running into a gun.
Yeah, and Jason's so isolated in this snake side wedge. There's nowhere for them to go. Arsenal starting to figure it out on the Dorito side.
Well, and they also need to be careful because they also didn't want Arsenal to steal another point from them here. So game time's going to end, and you would say, well, why didn't Damage, even with 2 bodies, just try to attack to get that point to increase the margin? It's because there's 4 bodies down there. Yeah, and so if you do that, then you're just probably going to spot the 3rd point, ruining your margin even further. So I totally understand why they just did what they did. So, but for Tampa Bay Damage right now, they beat Infamous in their 2nd game, but they lost. Sorry,
Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty. So they lost to Infamous, and now they lose to Arsenal. So it's a must-win situation for their last game, like you just said, against Dynasty. That's going to be a must-watch situation there. That's going down around noon.
I cannot wait for that match.
Hey, where's the Eclipse stack?
10 seconds.
Arsenal, though, congratulations, undefeated, looking outstanding right now.
I wasn't doubting Arsenal. You just asked me to give you a name. I gave you Damage, but, man, Arsenal proved me wrong.
That's not a bold call, though, right, with the roster that Damage has right now?
You see that a lot, though, as we have a 5-on-5 breakout between the Tauntauns and Aftershock right now. When you see those big names come together, you add new guys to the roster, they're all experienced and opinionated. So it takes a little bit of time for them to come together, but they will be a threat as they get there.
So Tauntauns up by 2 over Shock with 12.5 left to go. 5-on-5 break. This is a standard breakout here, Snake side. Get that body into Snake 2. And Connor Kelly for Shock, and either Axel or Hugo for the Tauntauns. They're both wearing blue beanies. They're both the same exact size.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say it. I was going to say Axel, and I was like, maybe not. Trent Nita with the fill out for Aftershock into the Tortilla Tower. Trying to get a wrap, trying to put something together with Connor Kelly. But absolute lockdown on this snake side for the Tauntauns. Oh, but losing their back center.
Yeah, huge kill right now for Aftershock to try to scrap back in this match as they get that big gun in the backfield. Marky Franz Jr. off the field, giving them a 1-body advantage. Taking some good ground on the D side all the way to the wedge already.
Luckily for Tauntauns, losing that back center didn't open up any big gaps. They still have this snake side small W looking to read away to prevent that 50 brick from going in there and doing damage. Alex Rodriguez making his way up into that center tower. A little more center action today.
A little bit more. It hasn't really worked out that great.
I fully agree. I don't like it, but it's happening.
Other than the Benny Carroll move, because that ended up working out.
Agreed. That was the first time I saw someone make it into the 50 brick unseen off the break, and that's what damaged the most. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez making his way up into the 50 brick now, and I think unseen, but late game.
Yeah, he hasn't touched the bunker. He's not. When you touch the bunker, it moves the bunker around, and if anyone's watching, it telegraphs your move.
With the setup right now for Aftershock, A-Rod is looking at that Dorito side. Connor Kelly needs to really favor the outside here and get control of the snake with Trent Nita.
Yeah, but they can be patient to do it, right? They're up a body, and they're only down 2, and they have over 10 minutes to work with. Again, patience, right?
Patience, but I don't count 10 minutes as a lot of time now.
Yeah, that's true. We could have an 8-minute point pop off at any moment.
Man, you cannot get caught sleeping. It is Axel here in the snake. But you see Snake 2, Axel, competing with, I think it's LJ Parrish over there in the Dorito side wedge for Aftershock. You just can't get caught sleeping. You try to use the whole bunker. You try to get creative to sneak that shot in, but, man, you cannot get caught because it all falls apart quickly.
Yeah, and if you're Shock, you're talking about, hey, this is the move. We can make this move. You don't want to squander an opportunity to improve your position, but when you do have a body advantage and you have a little bit of time to work with, you want to make sure that that's the right move at the right time. Sometimes you got to force it. 2 minutes left, down by 2. Yeah, man, just put a guy in, make a move.
Yep, absolutely. Tauntaun's already throwing paint back and forth, just trying to hold that Dorito side down. This is one of those moves, yes, you cannot necessarily wrap and put the guy in that's holding you, but they have to have paint in the air. That's why these guys are running out of paint so quickly and why you see these late moves. Tauntaun's obviously in no rush. They can hold this as long as possible, kill the clock. A-Rod, unsurprisingly, being the first to cross the 50, looking for an edge. I love the creativity here.
Yeah, this is A-Rod Paintball. He gets such a good read on it. This is why he's an all-star and why you want him on your team, because when he's on, he's one of the most creative and aggressive players on the field. And did he get the kill? I think he did. I thought I saw something break off that player, off of Konstantin Fedorov, but no, he didn't.
Oh,
so he took the risk to try to produce a kill and go into the cross, and it doesn't work out for him. Nita, though, going to take over the attack in the middle. So Nita was in the back corner bunker, playing a tortilla tower, cuts to the middle now, into the wedge, try to put pressure on that D side. So the bend don't break moment right now is working out for the Tauntauns. We saw them do this really well in Atlantic City. When they'd go down and they'd be in situations like this, really holding the line nicely.
Yeah, and this is that moment, we were talking about, hey, you don't want to risk this body. Maybe you don't have to do it right away. But that one person who probably shouldn't have been the main attacker, I think it should have been Connor Kelly over here with the help of Trent Nita. And it cost them. Now they're in a, hey, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this clock and down bodies.
And Connor Kelly inside and out route to get into the snake 3 position, get a better angle on that D side and get a little further up the field. Yeah, this has now with that kill on A-Rod, it has the makings of a longer point because everyone's running out of paint. I think one of the reasons that Nita launched was that he's out of pods, so trying to get as close as he can.
Yeah, it is easier to hit bad guys.
You can't sit on Overwatch if you don't have any paintballs.
I was going to say something about this last player for Aftershock leaving the Dorito side can. He's trying to get some action going over here into the Snake Plano Tower. LJ Parrish making his way into the 50 Dorito brick, though. Oh, and gets a kill.
That was the kill, Greg, that Aftershock needed. They needed to shoot somebody, and shooting that mini wall is going to take a lot of pressure off that D side. It's going to make their life over there a little bit easier.
Now with the one body advantage, 4-on-3 in favor of Aftershock. Great move by Axel Godin, the tactical retreat.
Yeah, trying to set a trap. Aftershock floods Corey Hall inside.
Oh, that's Corey Hall.
Inside Snake 1.
I should have known from the voice.
He has a very distinctive voice that carries. Connor Kelly going to back up off that spot. Nita here on your screen at that 50 brick, and Parrish also at the 50-yard line on the D side.
Looking for the breakdown here. Obviously, Tauntauns don't want to sacrifice a body. They're up points. Clock's in their favor. The move is where Corey Hall is going right now. Crossing over from the snake side wedge onto Tauntaun snake side wedge. Trying to sneak a shot in on either Axel, if he catches him slipping, or more likely Konstantin Fedorov, who's the only one holding up Connor Kelly right now.
Yeah. Well, they're loading up bodies at the 50-yard line, and someone's going to try to make a move across. So Connor Kelly does make the move across. The issue, though, is the potential trap set by Axel, because Connor's posted up. I'm wondering if he knows that he retreated back to that outside snake 1. Here comes a move on the D side, though. Here comes LJ Parrish. He's going to get a 2-for-1 trade. He does, and it's clean. No penalty assessed. And then here comes Connor Kelly. He's going to dice up Axel Godin and dive in. But Corey Hall clean up the middle as well, and Nita alive in the madness. And what a great close there from Chicago Aftershock.
Was that Columbo in the Dorito side can as LJ Parrish just crossed 40 yards down the field to bunker 2 people? He must have 0 paintballs.
Yeah, but we keep seeing this, right? So if you're patient and you let your enemies burn through their pack and all they have is maybe 20, 30 paintballs, which they just refuse to shoot at you long distance, they're saving for the run-through. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're picking paintballs up off the ground. So it was well-timed. They utilized the time. They had a lot of time to start with this, and they made it a match, and we're in the pits right now with Aftershock. Let's get a look here at the replays, actually. So there's Spitzma, and, yeah, throwing paws to each other. This was Fedorov with his patented low shot, tried to change the angles up on the gunfight, trying to get that angle in the middle. And here was A-Rod, who almost shot Fedorov from this pin. He wrapped around, he committed, and too small of a pin to stay alive. And then here comes the move from LJ Parrish. He gets the crucial kill on Spitzma here. That was the one that opened it up. So that's a 3-pack for Parrish because he comes through, so he shoots Spitzma and then runs through and shoots the other 2 bodies. We give away $500, Greg, courtesy of Pate Smith Law for best move of the prelims. I got to put that on the list. There was a couple great ones yesterday, but that 3-pack here, down by 2 to close out that accurate shot from LJ Parrish, beautiful job.
I would definitely hand it to him right now. I saw JC from Edmonton Impact do a 360 backward spin for a 3-pack as he just found bodies on the run. But that one was a much more crucial moment, and LJ came through.
Well, we heavily weight the moment, right? So if it's the moment that gets you to Sunday or the moment that motivate your team and a come-from-behind victory, and it's pretty equal on difficulty level, well, it becomes much more difficult because of the moment, right? So we always heavily weight the moment. Yeah, LJ Parrish, big moment for him. Shock still in this match.
I'm a big fitness and nutrition guy for the people who don't know, and I love the fact that LJ just had a game. He sprinted down the field, had a long point, and he is the first guy back on the box. Those are my people.
Yeah, Parrish quick with the burst speed, and after playing that long point, still had it. You were also known for your burst speed and your endurance. Just doing combat yoga out there.
You know it. My patented tactical retreat was always the favorite move. Let them wrap, set them up, shoot them, free reign.
You were a very fun player to watch play, Greg. So thank you for entertaining me for years in a row.
Absolutely.
So right now, tournament on the line here, as both these teams would love to get a win here. Don't want to go 1-2. Tauntauns have to play Impact next, so not going to get any easier. Aftershock moves on to play the Sea Dogs. They're going to be a favorite in that match.
And, you know, luckily it's not 100% humidity and 110 degrees here in Texas because you already see teams playing their starting 5 every point.
It's not that yet, but it will be this afternoon.
It's getting close.
Not 100. It would probably be like 92.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the temperature. I thought you meant the players. I was like, I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of guys get
spins. You got to ride the hot hand right now. That's why Parrish getting another spin. He's the go-to guy over there for him. So on the breakout right now, Aftershock on the red side, and Parrish dips into that mini wedge. They double up the mini wall here for Shock, try to get extra guns off the break. It doesn't produce a kill, and Fedorov mirrors up with Parrish. Parrish is going to be the first to go out of that spot, though. He gets into D3, so still a little bit of a defensive posture here for the Tauntauns, still up a point.
And A-Rod loving that middle. I mean, if anyone's going to open up the middle, it's A-Rod. It's what he's been known for. He's the first one to push into that 50 brick, locking off Fedorov in the Dorito side. It's going to be tough for him, though, because Tauntauns are putting it together. 2 bodies into the snake now, and no one in front of them for Aftershock.
A-Rod still alive at that 50 brick. There's no one up far enough in the snake yet here for the Tauntauns to shoot him, but he dies in an engagement here and not able to trade. So a 1-body advantage here for the Tauntauns.
And guys living up to their name right now. Fedorov winning a battle over the top of that little wedge.
Yeah, huge kill to get A-Rod off the field.
Some of these moments are so small. Every time you see a snake player snap, they just look at the ref to see if he got called out.
Yeah.
But Shock losing Corey Hall out of that Dorito side can. 5-on-3 situation for the Tauntauns right now. 5-on-4 situation.
I'm sure Todd's thinking about a concession right now. 2 tactical retreats. Smart here for the Tauntauns as they back up. Can't concede it with the 4-on-3, though. They did get that kill. It's just a tough spot. You got 4 minutes to work with demo 1. Yeah, can't concede yet. One more death, maybe. I thought it was a 5-on-3 for a second, but...
Right when Corey Hall got shot, we saw Colombo come off the Dorito side. Not sure who shot him, but big moves for Shock. It kept them in the game.
So if you are joining us on social media, please head on over to MLPBplus.com to watch the best paintball players here on Planet Earth Throwdown. See who's going to win here at the Lone Star Open. Tense moments right now for Shock with 3:30 on the clock as Parrish moves into the 50-yard line and also crawling up Connor Kelly into Snake 3, their bottom of your screen. Parrish with a little tactical retreat to get back into D4. He's actually going to go all the way back to the wedge here, Greg.
Talking about tactical retreats, right now what LJ Parrish is trying to do is just outsmart that back center player for the Tauntauns. He's just trying to find a way through. But again, you can't cross that 50 brick until he's off the field. And with a Snake 2 in here for the Tauntauns, at any point in time looking cross, it's a really tough battle.
Kelly matching up down the sideline with Spitzma. Here comes Trent Nita up the middle for Shock, gets in clean. Parrish going to continue his attack as he goes back into the wedge.
Man, Shock loves that 50 brick.
Yeah.
Oh, but Connor Kelly taking one.
Yeah, Connor Kelly getting shot, and here comes Nita, sees the death, and he launches, trying to trade out. And they got to concede right now because it looks like Nita, he gets stitched up, and now they're in a tough spot because it's just LJ Parrish. And that is going to do it here. Tauntauns retake that 2-point lead.
Shock really has shifted their strategy. They're committing a guy up the middle, and we keep talking about it, how unproductive it really has been unless you just catch a guy making a mistake. But when you're down points, those guys are in lockdown mode. They are watching the big gaps, and they're not giving them anything.
In the pits with the Tauntauns right now.
Okay, so when we're not sure about Dorito 50, Charlie, say it again, like, no, Dorito 50 went back, because I didn't get that.
Okay.
Good job.
Talking about LJ Parrish running amok over there on the Dorito side.
Yeah, they call Doritos tea bags in Europe. And when you ask a D-side player in Europe what position he plays, he says he plays the bags. So you have been a bag player?
Oh, yeah. Whenever I went over to Europe and played with a foreign team that English wasn't their first language, I was like, just teach me the numbers 1 through 5, all the bunkers. We're just going to name them 1 through 5, and if I can learn left and right, we'll call it cool, and we'll make this work.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, I tried.
It's smart. It's tough though, right? Because a lot of those guys will speak English, but that's nice of you. Like, hey, I'm going to try to learn your language. Give me the basics here.
Yeah, and like we keep saying, adrenaline is blinding. So even if they speak perfect English, when the field hits and the game is hot, they go right back to base mode.
Well, the Tauntauns have a mix. You got Marky Franz, who speaks English. Konstantin Fedorov is Russian, but learned to speak English fluently, but doesn't speak any French. And you got all the Frenchmen. So Fedorov has to speak his second language, and he's learning a little French or his third language. I also think he speaks Ukrainian as well, too. So it's heavy lifting in the language department for Fedorov over the years.
I just don't feel that smart now after hearing that, but that's all right.
Ten seconds to go before the start of this crucial point here. Aftershock trying to avoid going 1 and 2. Still, their hopes will be alive. They just got to have a big win against the Sea Dogs. It's on the breakout. No one dying off the break. Oh, and Trent, looks like Trent Nita, though, does catch one. So, and they're going to be losing another one. Now they got to really worry about the spread. Up until this point, they were staying close, only down by 2, but you just lost too early. You didn't shoot anybody. And now you're in a situation where you cannot let the Tauntauns start running up this score. Because then they have to go and have a big win against the Sea Dogs.
Right, and under 2 minutes left to play. Unfortunately, Shock just needs to take it on the chin and just go into lockdown mode and not let another point go on the board.
Since the Tauntauns did drop a game yesterday, they need to go get this point.
That makes it fun.
I mean, they don't, it's maybe more of a want, less of a need, but still, it would be really good for their chances if they could put up that 4th point.
Yeah, well, Fedorov is interested in getting it as he wraps in on the center tower for Shock and dives across into that Dorito wedge.
Yeah, because, Greg, the Tauntauns have to play Impact next.
Yeah, get the margin now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair. Oh, and he sneaks the shot in on Corey Hall in that center tower and forces LJ Parrish to retreat. 5-on-2 situation for Shock right now.
Yeah, Tauntauns now in a big 5-on-2, and you can see there's no concession coming from Shock. As we hit the minute mark, they have to find a way to close out. Oh, but a tough death in that back corner for the Tauntauns. Now just 4 bodies to work with. A good crossfield spread, though, with the 2 here for Shock, with the body in Snake 2, and farthest away you can get on the D side with Parrish out in D1.
Konstantin Fedorov just tactical retreat on his feet, keeping an eye on the field. And he looks content with lockdown mode now after losing that one player.
He does, because he goes all the way back to the wedge and then just zones up inside. I mean, that's okay. You just have to have a good game against Impact.
Pick and choose your battles. Oh, but the Tauntauns want none of it. Runs. Oh, did Fedorov shoot him in the back?
Either that or Parrish switches gun at the exact right moment. Because Parrish was looking this way when I looked up. It's like, okay, it definitely wasn't Connor Kelly. So either Parrish saved him or Fedorov saved him. They're trying for it, but with 5 seconds left, not going to have enough time here. So, and even though Connor Kelly did get the crossfield shot on Fedorov, it's not going to matter. Fedorov throws his pod up in the air and then shoots it out of the air.
Just
in a little celebration. Is that the new signature celebration for Fedorov? Throw your last pot up and shoot it out of the air. I like that.
You got to do it one-handed for it to be cool, though.
So that is going to do it here for the set. Congratulations to Arsenal taking down Damage and going undefeated. Tauntauns now 2-1. Shock 1-2. So stick with us here and head on over to Major League Paintball Plus MLPB Plus to watch the conclusion of this tournament here in Texas, the Lone Star Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Greg Sewers. We'll see you in just a few.
Major League Paintball Plus is your all-access pass to the sport's biggest stage. The exclusive home to live tournament paintball action, featuring semifinals and finals of all NXL major events, and much more.
It's just a fantastic time for paintball and all our fans. Just love it.
Go beyond the field with Major League Paintball Plus.